Green flag in the air as we come down the front straightaway. Great start for car number 57, Ainsworth, as we take them into turn number 1. Baker way up on the top, hooks that berm, gathers it back up. Green flag, stand on the air. Great job of driving by Baker. Tim Eaton starting his move toward the front as he's got that car on the inside making that move. But up front, everybody's chasing that car number 57 of Randy Ainsworth. Wabash Barbecue never went so as the round goes Don. Car number 21 of Dan Charles loops it down there in turn number 2. Green flag coming in the air as they come down the front straightaway. Ainsworth, your leader, as we go into turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2. Ainsworth still going to have it, but look at car number 33. How about Johnny McGinnis bringing that car to the front? Up on the high side, Bud Wilson making his move to the front too, and here comes Baker back. If you remember, Baker stepped over the bank down there in turn number 2, but he's gathered it back up, bringing that car to the front. And the man on the move, that car number 11S of Stormin' Steve Starmer. Him and Tim Eaton started in the back of the field. Look at Starmer coming to the front. Starmer's shotgun on the field. He is already up in the 5th spot as we go into turn number 1. Also a good run. That car number 17K of Tim Peterson giving it a great run down the back straightaway. But up front, everybody chasing. Car number 57 of Randy Ainsworth. Johnny McGinnis in that car number 33J. He is giving it a good run. McGinnis looks on the inside. Ainsworth on the high side. Down the back straightaway. McGinnis right up on the back bumper. Looks like a 2-car race, but here comes car number 77 of Wilson. Wilson got that high line working. Baker got the low line working. As car number 88 of Masoner pulls it in the infield, his night is done. Again, and off the pace, drive shaft laying on the track. Car number 57 of Ainsworth dead in the water. Drive shaft, man. He's back here, drive shaft's over there in turn 2. Drive shaft laying on the back straightaway. Randy Ainsworth dead in the water. Tough break for car number 57 here tonight. Going green flag racing coming between turn number 3 and 4. Johnny McGinnis starting that race coming off turn number 4. Good start, but here comes Wilson on the inside. McGinnis going to lead them down into turn number 1, coming off turn number 2. The man on the move. Look at Clint Baker coming to the front. Baker right on the back deck led now. McGinnis, does he have enough as he is running that high line down the front straightaway? Baker runs in second. McGinnis up front. As over the bank goes Baker. The car would not turn. Car did stay on all 4 wheels as he went past the bar and grill. Fans off of turn number 4 on the gas. Johnny McGinnis for the good start as he comes down the front straightaway by the flag stand into turn number 1. Good corner number 1. Good corner number 2 from McGinnis as he has got about a 2-car length lead on Wilson. Wilson, the veteran, sizing him up, trying to see where McGinnis is weak at, where he's fast at. Halfway through this feature that time by as we go into turn number 1. McGinnis sets that car late. Then he gets it humming down the front back straightaway off of turn number 2. By the Coca-Cola bottling sign, I-35 Speedway sign. Through turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Johnny McGinnis still leading them down the front straightaway. 3-4 car length lead as he goes into turn number 1. Off of turn number 2. Bigger lead from McGinnis as he is starting to slip away. Battle heating up for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot. And up off the wall goes the 17K. He was airborne off the wall over to Coca-Cola sign on the back straightaway. That was Tim Peterson. Up on the wall and around, he's setting backwards in turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, good start from McGinnis again. Bud Wilson in tow. Let's see if he has anything for him this time as he dives it into turn number 1. Wilson goes to that high line. Will he have enough to get up on McGinnis? Did not work for him that time as McGinnis hangs on. And Starmer right up against the wall but gathers it back up. Starmer runs in 3rd. Here comes Eaton on the high side as he is trying to take over that 3rd spot. Couldn't get it done that time by. As we go into turn number 1, McGinnis still leads them. McGinnis is fast off of the turns, a little slower going in, but it's working as here comes Starmer. Starmer dives on the inside of Wilson. Wilson hangs on to that 2nd spot, but here comes Starmer looking on the inside. Starmer going to take over that 2nd spot. Steve Starmer moving to the front. Does Starmer have enough laps left to run down the fast McGinnis? Starmer in that car number 11S. Again, Camel's Garage sponsor on that race car. But up front, everybody chasing car number 33J of Johnny McGinnis. How do you say it? Old guys ruling again. Johnny McGinnis giving that car a good run here tonight. Car number 33J, used to seeing Jason Billups in it, but tonight Johnny McGinnis bought that car, giving it a good run. McGinnis takes it through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4 as the laps start winding down. 12 laps in the books this time by. McGinnis going to take them into turn number 1. 3, 4, car length lead on McGinnis. New third place contender that time, Tim Eaton in car number 211, but here comes Wilson back. Wilson on the inside of car number 211 as they go into turn number 3. Wilson on the inside, Eaton on the outside, but everybody chasing that car number 33 of Johnny McGinnis. McGinnis dives that car low, takes it in the middle of the track to the low side as he comes off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Battle is for that 3rd and 4th spot. Eaton's got it. Wilson wants it. And here we come down the front straightaway as we're telling lap traffic, move over for the leaders. And here comes McGinnis. Is Miller going to be in his lines? McGinnis takes to the high side. Good move as he goes up the racetrack. Starmer following suit. Here comes Starmer. Starmer looking on the inside of McGinnis. White flag in the air. One more time around, and we got a battle heating up for the lead as we go through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, little higher line from McGinnis. Did it work that time? Down the back straightaway. As off the gas. What's it? Oh, it's over. Let me back up. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner, Johnny McGinnis. That was so good I didn't want it to end. Bud will give him a big round of applause. Your feature winner, Johnny McGinnis. Johnny, after you get that picture took, you need to come up here and talk to me. He says, where you at? I don't see you anywhere. You can stay in the picture. It ain't like me. They make me leave. It may be the green hair. I don't know. Could be. Never know. See, you didn't know I had hair, did you? See? Get around here. Everybody see you. Been a long time coming. Run modifieds here. Now you run a B modified here. Johnny McGinnis in victory lane. Take us through that race.
I just had a lucky start there, I guess, and we got out close to the lead, and Randy lost drive shaft, so that helped me out a whole bunch. And we got this car from Jason Billups. We've been trying to dial it in.
I'd say you're about there.
Changed a couple of shocks and changed some stagger and stuff, and seems to work pretty good.
I would say it works pretty good because when you come here, you're not running against average. You're running against the best of the best. The best come here to I-35 Speedway. You're included in one of them, and I'm not going to say anything about it being senior citizen night with you and Buzz both winning.
you know how old I am.
I think we had a contest one time. You and Buzz and Jim Cameron all were the top 3 in a modified race. I think you may have won that.
Close, pretty close.
All right. Tell us about the sponsors that help make it possible for you.
I got State Bank of Richmond and Bose and Penny of St. Joe Livestock. And then just a lot of guys stop by the shop and help me every once in a while. My son Jeremy and my wife Vicky helps me all the time with it. So,
race fans, let's give him another big round of applause. In victory lane tonight, Johnny McGinnis. Lights are out. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. Coming through turn number 3. Going to be coming off turn number 4. Race fans, here we go. Side by side, wheel to wheel. Look at Pillar lift the left front wheel off as it come on the flag stand. Deshaun by an inch as we go into turn number 1 off of turn number 2. Pillar on the inside. Deshaun on the outside. And coming to the front, that car number 997S is Thunderbird making his way to the front in a hurry. Still side by side, Deshaun will lead lap number 1. What we got? As we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Pillar got that inside working. Deshaun got the outside working. Still going to be Deshaun at the line. Rowdy Deshaun hangs on to that lead. Here comes Billy Hoover working that outside as Pillar slips. That's all it's going to take. Hoover with the run down the back straightaway. The battle is for second as we go into turn number 3. Hoover on the high line. Hoover slips up. That opens the door for Estes. Estes dives that car on the inside. Now he goes to the high side as we go into turn number 1. Estes high, Pillar low. As Pillar loops that car around, really loose, out of control as he went through turn number 1. Here we go, race fans, down the front straightaway by the green flag into turn number 1. Off of turn number 2. Deshawn's going to lead him, but here comes Estes. Estes going to run that high line as he goes through turn number 3, doing everything he can to try to pick it up. Down the front straightaway, Deshawn right in the middle of the racetrack. Nowhere for Estes to go as we go into turn number 1. Chevy horsepower versus Ford horsepower as we come off turn number 2. Deshawn got that car working middle of the racetrack as we go into turn number 3. Here comes Estes on the high line. Has he got a run as here comes Deshawn slipping up across the racetrack, gathers it back up, hangs on to that lead, but here comes Estes. Estes on the high side again as we go through turn number 1 off of turn number 2. Deshawn going to hang on that lead down the back straightaway. As we go into turn number 3, Deshawn still your leader. He is going to run that car low off turn number 4, getting a good run down the front straightaway, hanging on to that lead by 2 car lengths that time as we go into 1. Lap starting to wind down, 6 in the books that time by. Billy Hoover in that 3rd spot giving it a good run. How about Thomas Roberts and Alvy Christopherson all the way up to that 5th spot? Halfway through the feature this time by, halfway through, as Rowdy Chris Deshawn hanging on to that lead by only a mere foot or 2 between those 2 cars. Hoover finding that high line of his working. It looks like car number 22, Christopher, as up in smoke goes the 997 of Estes. Estes dead in the water, engine problems for car number 997. He's out of the way. 98 off the pace. And around goes Hoover. Contact. We think we got oil or liquid on the racetrack, fans. Something amiss over there. As car number 98, he sets dead in the water. That is Chris Deshawn. Problems with that race car. Flag coming out onto the racetrack. We are green flag racing. Good chunk of change there, buddy. You got it.
I just bought that not too long ago either. He helps come to a racetrack.
You bet. Green flag racing. Billy Hoover on the high side. Thomas Roberts on the inside. 2 of the best in the business, wheel to wheel. Who's it going to be? Billy Hoover by nose. That time as we go into turn number 1. Roberts on the inside, Hoover on the high side. Roberts will take over that position, and here comes Christopherson. Alvy Christopherson takes over that 3rd spot. Here comes Peeler. Throw a blanket over the top floor. This is going to get good for us over. Alvy on the inside. Billy Hoover in that 2nd spot. Good run for Hoover tonight. Ishmael, problems for him on the back straightaway. Gets it back under power. We're going to be dealing with lap traffic here real soon, race fans. Thomas Roberts up front. 65X got that car on the high side. It is working for him as he comes down the front straightaway. Roberts by 3, 4 car lengths on Hoover. Great racing between those 2 guys, wheel to wheel, never touched. And here we come down the back straightaway, race fans. Roberts again, your leader, not having any problem with lap traffic. Here comes Hoover on the high side. Will he be able to do the same? Hoover doing everything he can to get that 21H hooked up as the laps start winding down. 12 laps in the books, that time by. Hoover in 2nd, Christopherson in 3rd. In 4th, 292 a Pillar. Car number 6 runs behind Pillar. That is the officer himself. Blake Pillar feeling racy on the high side. Got the old Mopar hooked up, trying to run down Christopherson. Can't get it done. Up front, though, Roberts Ranch on the side. Car number 65X of Thomas Roberts. He has got it working here tonight. A lot of problems with your lead cars early, but he was coming to the front as the white flag comes in the air. One more time around for Thomas Roberts. Let's add to that 70-win total. Down the back straightaway. Nothing but clear track ahead of him as he goes through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Let's give him a big round of applause. Your feature winner, car number 65X, Thomas Roberts. Second place, car number 21H, Billy Hoover. Third place, car number 22A of Alvin Christopherson. Fourth, 292 of Blake Pillar. And fifth, car number 6, John Bowler III. Waves tonight for Thomas Roberts driving that car number 65X. Thomas, we do it a little different. You have to walk up here to me tonight. I'm getting old. You know how it is. No, you don't know how it is yet. Hey, your dad does. Ask him. Yeah. Big old trophy here tonight. WinnersCircleAwards.com making the trophy for. Here's I-35 Speedway. Thomas Robert closing out the year the way you want to close it out. That is in Victory Lane. All right, Thomas, let's turn around and face the camera here. You on Candy camera. Tell us about that race. It looked like you were marred back in the pack. Then you and Billy Hoover put on a show of epic proportions side by side, never touching. Great racing action.
Yeah, I was just hoping the motor would hold out on it. Got pretty warm there at the end. I was about 270 degrees there at the end. I hope it starts. I don't know.
If not, we got a tow truck for you already down there, so we got you covered. Tell us about the great sponsors on that race car.
I got to thank Bowler Motorsports, of course, Cameron Engine for my motors, Lake Road Warehouse, Robert Trench, my dad, J&J Digging It. I got Dan and Karen James from Maysville, Cameron Quick Lube and Car Wash. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that'll Quaker State's on there somewhere, I think. Yeah. All right. Congratulations. Let's give him another big round of applause in Victory Lane tonight. Victory number 81, Thomas the Train Roberts. Green flag racing down the front straightaway. Dawson with the early lead as we go into turn number 1. Hanson running that high line to perfection. Here comes John toward the front. The car number 78 of Hicks got something to say about it. But look at car number 26K at Blackburn come to the front. Around goes Hanson. Hard contact for Elliott. Nowhere for Elliott to go with hard contact right into the front back of Hanson. Lock loaded. Fast down the front straightaway, wheel to wheel, good start, Blackburn high, Dotson low as we go into turn number 1. Look at Blackburn run the rim. Car number 26K of Kevin Blackburn got that car working. Dotson not going to be denied, throws it right back under him. We are side by side, wheel to wheel down the front straightaway. Blackburn hanging on to that lead. Blackburn up top. He gets that high line working. Here comes Derek Hicks on the high side with a third place run. Grooms hanging on. The man on the move. That car number 71 of Hopkins starting to come to the front. Again, we're wheel to wheel, side by side. Great racing between these two guys up front. Dawson low, Blackburn high. They're still racing hard. Holden Schultz pulling it in the infield. Car looks like 36S is done, but the racing's still going on up front. Here comes Dawson moving to the high side. Blackburn, he's going to stay low, come high down the front straightaway, diving into turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2, Dawson going to look low again, can't make that low line work. And here comes the 78 of Hicks. He is trying that high line. Again, coming to the front, car number 71 of Jim Hopkins. He is making it work. Slides up the racetrack. He is trying to close in on Tyler Grooms right on the back bumper as car number 21 of Schaefer starts coming to the front. Good move by Dawson as he slid plumb up the side of Blackburn. Could not get it to work that time. Blackburn throws that car sideways down the front straightaway. By the flag stand, he is going to lead lap number 5 as we go into turn number 1. Dawson slides up the racetrack as car number 98. He goes off the racetrack. The Sensations night is done. Blackburn still leading. 6 laps in the books this time by. Blackburn got that car on the rail as he goes through turn number 1, off of turn number 2. Dawson starting to fade back just a little bit as he settles into that second spot. Derek Hicks trying to gain ground in that third spot. Tyler Grooms way up the racetrack. That's going to open the door for Schaefer and Hopkins both as we go down the back straightaway. Hopkins hangs on to that fifth spot rather as Tyler Grooms gets it high and wide. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer, good move, taking over 4th as we go into turn number 1. Off the racetrack goes another car. And car number L75 takes that car behind the wall. Looks like his night is done. That is Eddie Whitney pulling off the track. Again, Dawson right on the back bumper of Blackburn. Blackburn hangs on to that lead as we go through turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Dotson doing everything he can, trying to run him down. Log Mafia Racing running in second spot. He is doing all he can. No way he is catching Blackburn at this time. Blackburn in that car number 26K. Kevin Blackburn giving it a well of a ride. Down the front straightaway he comes. He is your current leader with 10 laps in the books this time by.
97. I am being told to tell you to pull off. 97. Pull off.
Yep. Good move by Houston Johnson. Pit crew called up here, said pull him off, get him in the infield. 97 pulled into the pits, into the infield rather. Up front, no problems for that car number 26K as Kevin Blackburn has got it working. Isaac Dawson runs in second. Derek Hicks runs in third. Great run for Hicks here tonight. He is a contender in that Ford horsepower H&N Woodwork River Valley Ag, car number 78. But up front, everybody chasing that car number 26K. Now he's got to deal with lap traffic. That's all it can take is one slip as he's passing this lap cars. That could end his feature for the night. 13 laps in the books. That time by 7 to go out of this 20-lap feature. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Where is Blackburn going to take these guys at in front of him? Here comes Dawson using that extreme high line. 78 of Hicks trying the extreme low line. Heavy contact, 2 or 3 of them together. Everybody keeps it straight. Green flag stays in the air. Again, Tyler Grooms with contact with the 55, but everybody keeps it going. Good driving by all those guys. Drivers being told, hold your line. Here comes car number 26K. He is lapping you. That is Kevin Blackman. Blackburn giving that car a heck of a run here tonight. Dawson starting to close in as Blackburn deals with lap traffic. Does he have time and enough laps to run him down with 16 in the books? That time by. Next car to be lapped, car number 71 of Hopkins. Here comes Blackburn down the back straightaway. Good run for him as he is going to be looking on the inside. Here comes Dawson starting to close in and eat away at that lead. Blackburn runs in that lead. Here comes Dawson right up on the back. Dawson starting to make a race out of it as there's 17 laps in the books. Blackburn going to dive underneath the 2H of Hanson. Hanson going to give way as we come down the front straightaway. Blackburn having a little trouble putting away the car number 2H. That's going to allow the 67D of Dawson to close right back up on the back bumper. Now Dawson has to deal with the fast car of Hanson as he settles in. And here comes Blackburn. Dawson looking on the inside again. White flag in the air. One more time around for Kevin Blackburn. Kevin Blackburn down the back straightaway. Dawson gave it one last effort on the high side. Not going to have enough for him. Coming through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Let's give him a big round of applause. Victory lane tonight, Kevin Blackburn. Second place, car number 67D of Isaac Dawson. Third place, car number 78 of Derek Hicks. Fourth place, I think, the R21 of Ryan Schaefer. Then comes the 2H of John Hanson. Head down front. Victory lane, Kevin Blackburn. And I think he's happy in victory lane. Nice job out here on the racetrack tonight where the best of the best come to race, and he just beat the very best of the best. Uh-oh, I think they're going to smooch too. Yep, looking like it. Again, great job of driving. Him and Isaac Dawson putting on a show side by side, wheel to wheel, never touching out on the racetrack. That is what we like. Good, hard racing up front. Those two guys done it here tonight on McCarthy Auto Group Championship Night at the Races. Dennis Elliott may be taking home the championship, but taking home the winner's trophy here tonight is Kevin Blackburn in victory lane. Hate to tell it. Coming up here, making a long pull from where?
Fulton, Missouri, about 3 hours.
About 3 hour pull, but well worth the trip. Great racing surface, great racetrack. You found the setup. Good job here tonight at I-35 Speedway.
I'm extremely happy. It's the first time I've ever raced on this track.
Don't be a stranger.
And say my dad brought me up here back in probably 2001 for a USM Kids race, and I've always wanted to get up here, never really had the chance so far from home. So I got to drive past a couple good tracks to get up here, so it's hard to get up here.
I tell you what, though, we like to consider this the best of the best here, and the competition we know is the best of the best here. You were racing some mighty fast race cars, but you in Victory Lane, tell us about all your great sponsors.
Well, there's not a lot on this car. I say my father owns his own business, Pro Muffler, that we work our tails off at just to do this thing. Lonnie Wyman Jr. with Wyman Enterprise. So he sells parts back home, and I run his car on Friday nights. He helps us out a lot on this one. And my mother, Marsha Blackburn, without her, say my girlfriend, Megan Singleton, my buddy Ryan, and his girlfriend Haley come up to help. Say I lost my grandmother last year, and I'd like to dedicate this to her.
Congratulations, big win here tonight. Very moving. Great job on the racetrack. Great, exciting racing between you and Isaac Dawson. I guess you know one of the best in the business. You just beat him out here on the 3/8 mile dirt.
Oh yeah, and I have to say this is a tricky little track. I've never got to be on it before, and this thing
it's fast. It's sneaky fast.
It's fast and quite intimidating, especially with all that progressive banking right up top. But I say definitely the Dotsons, they got the best they can get, and developed into some wonderful drivers. And say I know coming up here, I know they're coming up in their stomping grounds. So I say this is my first win of the year. And say back home at Fulton, we didn't get to run but probably 8 times, all the rain and stuff. And I went to Warrensburg 5-6 times, so I haven't raced a whole lot this year. So,
well, you ending the year with a bang right here.
Yes, sir. Say I think we're going to try for the Turkey Bowl here in a month or so down at Springfield and call our wraps and put a new body on it for next year.
Okay, Kevin, congratulations. A big victory here tonight. Thanks for coming to I-35 Speedway, and congratulations. Big win here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. I'm glad you guys raced one more time.
You bet. All right, race fans, a round of applause for Kevin Blackburn. Race fans, at this time, I want to thank Mike and Kyle Johnson for giving us a great racetrack each and every week to come here and race on. Mike Knight, always working the racing surface, him and Mike Johnson. We have had a stellar year here in 2015. The Star of the North has shined bright all the 2015 racing season, and we only expect bigger and better things in 2016. A special thanks again to Mike and Kyle Johnson, owners of I-35 Speedway, for letting us race and do what we do. See you in 2016.